Hey everyone, Houston Outlaws here. We're gonna try to play some D&D. We didn't have any dice, but luckily we have our new T-Mobile phones to download some nice dice rolling apps, and we're gonna see how this goes. I'm the Dungeon Master, but I'm also a character in the campaign. My character is Thoradin Rockseeker. He is a dwarf cleric. We have Lord Farquaad II.
So yeah, I like Shrek, and I watched it a lot when I was a kid, and I basically stole the whole plot for my character.
He is a human noble fighter. We have, what's your character's name again?
Lirelai.
We have Lirelai, Boink's character. She is a human fighter. We have Tricky. What was the last name?
No last name.
Okay, we right. We have Tricky. Linkzr's character is a halfling rogue, and we have.
You got me, Dumbledore 5555.
All right. First of all, nobody has numbers in their name. Have you ever met someone who specifically requests to be called X number 5555? No, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'm never going to call someone Dumbledore 5555. That's just ridiculous. It takes too long, it's inefficient. We have Clockwork's character, Dumbledore.
5555.
Yeah, so I mean, my name really is Dumbledore 5555, and it's kind of annoying me how no one actually reads out the whole name. My name isn't Dumbledore, it's Dumbledore 5555. There are 5,554 of us that also exist, and it's kind of a little bit lazy for everyone to gloss over that fact, but the game's going all right.
In the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Vandalin. So we have this starter set for Dungeons & Dragons. Basically, the DM role was sort of thrust upon me simply because I have the most experience. And so we have this starter set that gave us a scenario. And our scenario was like, we met this dwarf in a tavern in a city who sent us on, he wanted us to escort a caravan to some mining village for money. And that's basically the extent of the quest. And it doesn't like really go too in depth, it's just a starter thing.
Gandir, the guy who I contracted with to go on this trip, he said us to deliver some goods, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what we are carrying yet. I haven't figured out. And he got kidnapped. Like idiot, man. And his body got captured too.
A wagon is...
Like, you can just put it like close to you.
A wagon is gonna be about... That's a bit big for a wagon, but whatever.
Okay.
Here's me. So now we're marching with a wagon. There's a couple of oxen in front of me. Whee! These are my oxen. They're representations of oxen. Those are also quite big for oxen, but it doesn't matter. So who's going to be traveling behind or on the sides of the wagons? Who's going to be traveling up front with the wagon?
Put Farquaad in the front. I've never seen his father fight, and I want to see what this one's made of.
I will protect you.
I shall travel the side of the Thoradin.
Okay. Where is Dumbledore going to be marching along with the wagon?
Dumbledore! Can you catch up?
I'm not on the wagon.
Place yourself.
I will be right here,
Beside the wagon?
beside the wagon.
Okay.
I will join my man, Lord Farquaad, in the front, protecting him.
What a nice view.
Okay. So we have just left the city of Neverwinter, and now we've been marching on the Tribor Trail for about half a day. As you come around a bend, you spot two dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you. I have a marker.
How much did you score?
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two dead horses. Right there. About 50 feet in front of you. blocking the path. Here, there's a...
Okay.
We'll say there's a path like this. Like so. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side. So there's some trees and...
You don't have to do like...
I do kind of have to draw.
Okay.
There's some trees.
Yeah, so for instance, fact is the Dungeon Master, and he was like just drawing some really bad lines. He's supposed to draw a map, and his lines are like super just wonky, curvy, even though he used a ruler, so whatever. But he was drawing us trees, he was trying to immerse us, get us into it, and the trees were just circles. So it's really not that hard to draw a tree. I'm pretty sure every 5th grader in the world can draw a tree, so it's not really that hard. Just looking for more effort out there, that's it.
For whatever reason, Clock has some problem with my board and my trees, but honestly, if you saw what I was working with, it's not ideal. And so, I'm just trying to help Clock get immersed in the game, because he comes up to me before the game, he's like, I'm never gonna play Dungeons & Dragons. That is not me at all. So I'm like, Clock, I can help your imagination. Here, I'm gonna draw some circles, I'm gonna tell you they're trees, and you're gonna have to think about it. So Clock, over here, he's all like, oh, I don't want to play Dungeons & Dragons, but he is like the second most into it person. He's doing a voice, he's taking everything he can from Harry Potter. It's like, Clock, come on, open yourself up sometimes. Let yourself feel. It's okay. No one's gonna judge you for being sincere. There are horses in front of us, blocking the path. We cannot progress further, and there's something suspicious. There's arrows in these horses.
Okay.
Somewhat, we have, yeah.
That's the ambush.
That's the setup right now. There are arrows sticking out of these horses, and so we go out on our quest. We're escorting this caravan, and we find, and I'm reading the starter manual, and the first thing I see is, oh, okay, well, the horses are dead, and there's gonna be an ambush coming up. So me, it's like kind of weird being both a DM and a player, because like I know we're gonna get ambushed, but at the same time, like I want to direct people in like the correct way to go about handling a scenario, because everyone else is new to the game, right? But me, I've done like at least 1.5 full campaigns back home, and so I'm like trying to push and prod and get people to do the right things, while also not at the same time, because part of the DM's job is allowing people to fail. But it's the first session.
Stop the oxen. There are 2 dead horses.
Okay, we stop.
Okay.
They appear to be shot with a bow.
How do like perception checks work?
Yeah.
Someone could, when a perception check. So a perception check is basically just a summation of anything you can perceive, which you can see, smell, taste, hear, or feel. Yeah, so it's just like a very commonly used check, and like I'm a novice GM, it's my first time DMing, and so it's just a very important check, and so I use it a lot.
I rolled 11, and I have no bonuses.
From this distance, it's hard to tell it's hard to tell precisely what went wrong, but it appears that the horses were ambushed from the thickets on either side, but you can't verify who the horses could possibly belong to at this distance or the origin of the arrows. You would have to move closer in order to learn more.
Let me get a little closer and see what actually happened.
And then I see that this guy ends up getting kidnapped, right? And everyone's like, oh no, we can't do the job now. And I'm just like, oh boy, I get to save somebody now. That's even better. That's better than going in some random cave and getting money or something what everyone else wants. I just want to be the guy that saves everybody, I'm a guy though. I don't know. I want to be the girl that saves everybody,
It looks like they've been decomposing for about a day, and it's clear that they were killed by the ambush, by the arrows.
Okay.
So we start out and our path is getting blocked. We see 2 look like dead horses and we don't know what to do. So I tell my guy Lord Farquaad, let's go see what happened. We're in the front, no one else really wanted to do anything.
As tricky, I ended up parting with 4 idiots basically. We have this fighter dude who just literally went up to check on oxen, horses that were ambushed.
And I got the little idiot wizard that's sitting in the back too that doesn't want to move. So me and Farquaad have to step up. We go and check what's going on. You know, I make him do it though, cause I'm a little. I knew what was gonna happen, you know, and I want to make sure that I was prepared.
I will try to stealth under the wagon.
Okay.
And I roll how stealth.
They'll never expect you there.
I rolled 16, so +5, +7.
So I see Tricky. He's just sitting underneath the wagon. I know that these horses are probably dead and they got ambushed, but he's just sitting there. He's so scared that he's hiding.
As I understood, there were goblins or something was gonna ambush us. I tried to under the wagon, right? Because that's no one can see me. I can't get attacked.
I can always just give you the invisibility logo.
Do you have?
Once belonged to serious blood.
Farquaad loves gold, you know. He loves his kingdom and his country and everything. So I see like a leather strap on one of the horses, instantly think of gold, right? Like a leather pouch full of gold.
I crawl out of my hiding because I have money.
You earned money. Okay.
Somebody can rebuild my kingdom.
My kingdom.
Money can rebuild my kingdom. Okay.
But then I heard that they might have found money, so I get up. I move a bit forward. Obviously, money is in my interests, and I really want money.
We heard that we saw that there's no money in.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I know you'd
The
be
saddlebags
sad.
have been looted.
Yes, they have been looted.
But we found an empty
Map
leather
case.
map case nearby. Also, everyone's supposed to be rolling a d20 right
Yes.
Okay.
Now that we're back.
now. Okay, we're all surprised.
Even me?
Everyone is surprised.
We're surprised.
Everyone is
We're
surprised.
surprised, guys. What happened?
Everyone is surprised.
DM.
Oh no.
Enemies.
You know, we get ambushed. I was kind of expecting it. It's like whatever, you know. I got so much armor. It's like whatever. I could take it all. So we get ambushed.
What ends up happening? There was no money. I get very upset. 4 goblins ambush us.
The goblins come out and attack, and it's a big mess. There's like, I have to go back and forth between my character sheet, their character sheets, the goblins' character sheets, and it's just horribly unorganized. Like, I have no prep at all, because I wasn't expecting to be the DM. Does 5 damage to Farquaad. Goblin 2 is also going to move up on Farquaad and try to hit him.
Other side.
Because Farquaad was the fool who decided to investigate the
Horses.
ambushed horses. He's going to attempt to hit Farquaad with a scimitar, same weapon, and he misses.
I take a couple arrows. It hurts a little bit, you know, but I'm fine.
Okay, so the goblin, while attempting to shoot an arrow at Lirelai, he drops the arrow and the bow snaps back in his face, and it does some amount of damage to him.
So I'm gonna target the ranger or the archer that fucked himself.
So that
Yes.
one.
18
Plus.
plus 7
It's
for
18
attack bonus.
18 total, or sorry, 25 total. Yeah, you hit the goblin.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll damage.
4
Plus.
plus 3 pierces.
7 damage,
Yes.
and the goblin is very much dead.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, I killed my goblin. I would have killed more, but I had to wait for the other slow guys to go on, so.
Unfortunately, Dumbledore does not know Avada Kedavra, as Finger of Death is a level 7 necromancy spell, and he is currently a level 1 wizard.
Use Wingardium Leviosa.
Clockwork, he's creative, but for this instance, he really wants to cast Avada Kedavra. And so me, I'm like, alright, the closest spell to Avada Kedavra, I guess is, let's call that Finger of Death. So Finger of Death is a 7th level necromancy spell. Typically, you learn 7th level spells at level 15. That means it's going to take 15 levels worth of mastery and progress and becoming stronger and learning more about the universe before you can learn to cast a spell. It's like trying to go down a triple black diamond while snowboarding when you just start. you're just gonna fail and hurt yourself. So don't do that. Don't try to cast a level 7 spell. You're level 1. You're gonna disintegrate yourself.
I don't really know if I want to help you guys.
That is.
Come on, old man, we're getting ambushed.
I'm an old man. Ungotten is already dead. I believe when I cast this spell, multiple darts come out.
3 darts.
Three
Correct.
darts.
To be exact.
And I think I will direct all of them towards this guy.
Okay.
4, 3, 3.
That's
4, 3, 3 plus 3 is 13. Goblin number 3 has a bunch of darts that flies into his body and he collapses because he's taken so much damage from these magic missiles.
Don't worry, young man, I have your back.
I killed one, tried killing him with a Vada Kedavra first of all. It's my first attempt. They said I couldn't do it. So I killed him eventually with some spell that was part of the game, part of the book.
Just keep your eyes out for the Death Eaters.
They feast upon this prey.
They come out when you least expect
Smell
it.
of death.
Then we had this idiot wizard who just kept trying to like say some hocus pocus stuff all the time. I don't understand what goes through the guy's mind. He's crazy.
So my guy is going to cast command on goblin number 4. His command that he's casting is going to be grovel.
I'm gonna stay where I am and attack the goblin number 3.
The goblin that's right next to you.
Two.
That's
Yeah.
goblin 2, the one that's
Goblin
currently alive and standing.
Kill that
Second
kid.
brother. Let's see.
The goblin is slain. He falls over. You have sliced him up, and he falls over. The next person's turn
Nice swing.
is Tricky.
I move 1, 2, 3, that's 15, and I ready up my short bow to shoot at goblin number.
That's goblin number 4. And you shoot your short bow. Roll a d20.
I was really slow on my draw, and everyone else went before me, and basically everything was killed or knocked down or something. And I'm like, oh, there's one goblin left. I'm like, I'm ready up and shoot my short bow at the goblin, and I hit him. I managed to make sure the goblin stayed alive, so we could interrogate the goblin.
We ended up winning the engagement, you know. It's whatever. I'm Farquaad, right?
We end up killing all these goblins, and then Linkzr or Tricky decides to capture this goblin at the end. It was coincidental that he was able to capture the goblin.
Young man, this is a lot of work.
I'm tying the goblin up.
Pontificus totalis.
I'm doing some bondage play. Let me tie this goblin up.
Dumbledore, it might be a poor idea to just kill every enemy we come across.
Petrifying him, he cannot move.
Yes, but if we petrify him, we cannot learn what he might
I
know.
can undo it later.
Eventually, we left one goblin alive. We tried to interrogate him. I tried to, again, cast another spell. I'm just trying to do my best. Petrificus Totalis on him. Didn't work. They told me no again. So I'm really just trying to do my best out there, man.
After a few minutes, assuming no one petrifies the goblin, he wakes up. Ah! What's going on?
Good morning, goblin. We beat your friends, and if you don't talk, we will beat you.
Ah! Please, don't hurt me. You've already done enough. He talks to the goblin that I'm role-playing, and for whatever reason, I try to make my voice high-pitched. I don't know, that's just what my friend did when he was DMing, so I'm taking a bit from him.
I named him after his name was Bob. I intimidated Bob a bit. I made sure Bob was, willing to tell us the story we wanted to hear, and Bob spilled the beans on all his friends, betrayed his family and friends. What a loser.
Please, I will tell you anything. What is it you wish to know?
Why did you ambush us?
We ambush you for money. Goblins need cash and supplies and stuff. A goblin came from our King Grohl, to Clark, and he gave him a message. The message said that someone named the Black Spider was paying the Cragmaws is our tribe, to watch out for a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker, and we should capture him and send him anything he was carrying back to King Grohl.
They have our mastermind behind our plan. We cannot do anything without him.
Gordon, your cousin is captured.
Also, We only took the dwarf. The human is elsewhere. The human we took to a place called the Eating Cave. We've actually been using this area as a sort of staging ground for a long time. We have this trail over to our base of operations where the Eating Cave is located. I can take you to it if you would like. If you spare me.
How close is the cave to your camp?
It's very close by. The cave is extremely close by.
Farquaad, can you search the oxen or the horses again?
Sure, I will.
You see in the thicket that there is an obvious trail that looks well worn.
So I think Sneaky.
Farquaad. His name isn't Sneaky, it's Tricky. Get it right.
He like talked to the goblin or something. I didn't understand a word he was saying, but he basically scared the shit out of him. And then he pointed us to the direction we need to go.
Even from this distance, you can tell that there are many footprints on this trail, indicating that it has been used a lot for foot travel.
I found a trail leading somewhere with lots of footprints and obvious trail marks of bodies being dragged. Sneaky, can you ask him where the cave is located?
My cousin Gundren and his guard were dragged off down this trail. And if the goblin appears to be corroborating that information, he says that the cave is nearby, and it appears that this trail would lead to the cave.
I walk back to the goblin. Goblin!
Hi!
Bob, if you want to live, point us to the right direction.
Bob points northwest at the trail that have the footprints and drag marks on. It's that way. It's just down that trail.
I pull out my short sword and I place it on the Bob's throat and I ask, are you sure?
It's good. You'll want to keep me alive because we have all sorts of traps on the way there that could really mess you up. If you don't get led around by me, you could die by the traps and stuff. Like,
interesting, Bob. Why didn't you mention this at first? Is there something else you're holding back?
No. You determine that he actually has at least one other piece of information he could share with you.
Oh. From criminal to criminal. I make sure no one other hears me. From criminal to criminal. I know you're lying. I don't really want to kill you, Bob. I know for a fact you're lying. Please, tell me the truth. And I'll spare you for you.
Well, there's also a couple of goblins up on an outpost right at the entrance to the cave that you gotta watch out for.
Okay, Bob, I'll keep you alive. I'm getting more rope so I can make like a leash on the goblin. So I can walk it around. Bob, you will lead around us the trap. And you will lead us behind the outpost so we can ambush your friends and kill them before you. As I smile.
And Linkzr is one of the most... He's very impressive for it being his first time DMing or playing D&D. He's role playing hard, and he's speaking Finnish at me, making Finnish threats at me. I'm like, whoa, I don't know what's going on there. I'm just a DM. I'm just trying my best out here.
Guys, Bob will lead us. I dragged them with my measly strength.
Oh, wait, Bob had one more insight. Also, we're not really a big encampment. There's only like 15, there's less than 20 of us in the cave, so I don't think we can take these our wagon and our supplies down this trail. It's not wide enough. We should tie them off and come back later.
Right now we are going to hide the wagon and hide the oxen, and we are gonna go try to save that guy for hopefully more money.
All right, Bob, lead us. And then Bob leads us
Let's
down
go,
the
Bob.
Bob leads us down the trail. We deftly dodge. He points out that there was a snare about 10 minutes down the trail. He navigates us away from this snare.
Nice job, Bob.
Good job, boy.
Tricky was obsessed with this little goblin that he supposedly tried to save, and I don't know. It's a little obsessive, but ended up paying off. Got us through some traps, so ended up working out. But can't imagine that he wants to see us kill his friend. So gonna be interested to see what ends up happening there.
So, since I'm so eagle-eyed, I can spot everything from a mile away, right? It's like we didn't really need that guy Sneaky was talking to, but since he was there, he kind of led us around the traps and stuff. It's fine. It's cool.
The mouth of the cave is up ahead.
the ambush spot is right off to the side. Hide in this thicket, and then you can sneak up on my friends and murder them, I guess.
Oh, don't worry.
All right, that's it for us, guys. We're here at the entrance to the Cragmaw Hideout. Thanks T-Mobile for giving us these phones so we can use these sick dice rolling apps. It really makes D&D real easy. Tune in next time to see another great Outlaws adventure. See ya.
Yeah.